In this episode, we are going to take a look at an action figure from Hasbro that is a crossover between their Magic the Gathering line and their Marvel Legends line. This is Manwolf, and I would love to show you the box right now, but I just realized I did not have my mic on when I filmed this the first time. So he's open, he's alive, he's out breathing in the world. So yeah, just stick around. Hello, fellow dorks and dorkettes, and welcome to It Came From My Side of the Laundry Room. My name's Rob, and in this episode, we will be taking a look at the Marvel Legends / Magic the Gathering Manwolf figure. Now, like I said in the little intro, I forgot to turn my mic on, so I'm filming this again. And yeah. So if anything I say now doesn't jive with when I'm actually looking at the figure, you know why. But anyway, the Manwolf figure, I'm not a super huge Manwolf fan, but I thought that he looked like a great fantasy action figure. And that's one thing my collection is lacking: fantasy figures. So I was able to find him for a very fair price, because unfortunately those Magic the Gathering Marvel Legends figures go for buku bucks, and I don't really understand why. The figure's solid, but so are all the Marvel Legend figures. I don't know if the card itself is what makes it so pricey, but yeah, not to give anything away, but I'm very happy with the figure. So let's hop over here and take a look at it. Okay, here we go. This is the Marvel Legends Magic the Gathering Manwolf figure, which is very reminiscent of the Star God version of the character. Now, I can't speak for any of the more recent versions of the character because I kind of got most of my knowledge from the 80s and early 90s run of Marvel. So, like I mentioned, I know that this medieval version of him first appeared in Marvel Premiere in '78. So it looks like an awesome version of that version of Manwolf. So where to begin? He comes with, we'll start with that, a clawed hand and a fist hand. Now, the two hands that he has equipped already are his holding hands, and he has an articulated mouth. It's a little crooked, but very awesome. Has like a double jointed neck because of this furry collar he has. Gives a great werewolf aesthetic there. Now let's look at the weapons he came with. He comes with a sword, which we'll put there in that little scabbard. As you can see, he has a quiver on his back that he comes with plenty of arrows. Now, how's this work? Do they fold up and go in? Looks like it. Very nice. He comes with a single arrow. And a bow. Now, like I said, the main reason I got this dude was he just looks like a very solid fantasy figure. And that's one thing my collection is sorely missing, is fantasy figures. So yes, I know he's a Marvel character, but I like to pretend in my Playtime universe. Now on the Pulse website, they have some awesome poses for him with his bow. See if we can at least do one cool pose. It has a little knock-in arrow, so it seems like this quote-unquote string is too thick to accommodate it. Sorry, folks. Someone commented in the past that they hated me playing with the camera while playing with the toys, so I apologize for that. Yeah, I'm very happy with this figure. I'm super happy that I was able to get it on sale. Because I really don't understand why it was so expensive. Unless it's the card that it came with. Now I don't know if they come with random cards or they're all the same. But it looks like there's only one card and like a rule card in there. But the artwork's nice. It's very shiny. But it says it's 2 of 2. I wonder if there's a 1 of 2. Like I said, I don't know anything about Magic the Gathering. My dorkness kind of skipped over that. Ooh, that sucks. The red from the bow and the sword handle kind of stained the white of his fur. That kind of bites. Yeah, that's a ding on the score, if you will, if I even scored them. Sword go in his hand without turning it all red. I'm gonna have to do something to clean that up because I don't like that. There. Other than the color rubbing off on his white furred hands, I think it's a very solid, good figure. I can't speak on its place in the Spider-Man universe, but as far as what I wanted it for, a fantasy like Beastman figure, very awesome. So I am happy about that. So anyway, let's head back to me and wrap this up. Okay folks, back to me. I just got done shooting the cold open and the intro again because I forgot to turn on the mic. Yeah, bonehead move. But now this is an actual in continuity ending. And I have to say, as far as a fantasy figure goes, I'm pretty happy with the Man-Wolf figure. Again, like I said, I don't know anything about the Spider-Man mythos or Man-Wolf's more recent adventures within the Marvel Universe, but from the time that I knew him in the 80s and 90s, I mean, it's a very solid figure of that character. So, the only thing that bugs me is, like I said, the red rubbing off on his white furred hand, and the base I was using has some flocking on it, and that green of the flocking actually came out on his bottoms of his feet. I mean, kind of realistic if you have a white dog after you mow the lawn, you know what I mean. But I'm going to try to hit it with a magic eraser or something to try to get that color off of the white at some point. It's not eating me alive too much that I am going to do it right this minute, but if I had to put any negative marks onto this figure, that would be the only thing. But I think that's what you get, you know, with a softer plastic and white. It's going to leach colors from whatever, wherever. So, yeah, that's my only negative about it. Other than that, awesome figure. And definitely have to get more fantasy figures to beef up those that stable of fantasy toys. But anyway, enough of that. I'm rambling. It's late. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you got something to say, please leave a comment. I love reading them, and I love getting back to everyone. And if you're new around here and you enjoyed this, or any of the episodes that YouTube is recommending down here, please hit subscribe. And if you hit that little bell icon, you'll be notified whenever there's new episodes. So anyway, until next time, thanks for watching. Keep being rad, and stay dorky.